But yeah, maybe I'll record the grind, or maybe part of it, or maybe none of it. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Still, I've been wanting to do the grind for... Okay, that doesn't help. That was a stun, that movement, so... Shit! But yeah, I've been wanting to do, you know, that achievement for ages. You know, insane the membrane and all that. I've been wanting to do it for utterly ages, since I knew about it. And I still haven't done it, so... You know, who knows when I'll actually do it. So, yeah. Hey, someone just nicked their flag. Nicked their fucking flag. I was waiting for... 14 stacks, just got one hit. Damn. But one of those waiting for it to somehow be my fault. Gonna be honest. Just keep running, just keep running. Run! Zombie Draenei, run! Annoyingly, they have our flag again. Damn it! Damn it! God damn. Well, that's annoying. That's rude. Okay. Need to go, need to protect our flag carrier. Is that one of our priests? I think so.
I'm out of range.
Yes, it is. Slow the fuck down.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
They're gonna come out with a blink. Or not.
I don't have a target.
So much for being protect the flag carrier. But kinda need to finish you off. There we go. Nice. Grab it. For a moment I thought I saw another red thing there. No, name. Ah. Oh shit. We've got like all the healers in the group on them. Okay, never mind.
It's too far away.
Damn it, full heal. Cap, 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 cap. How the fuck didn't you cap? God damn it. Ah, don't even know what to say. They weren't standing ready to cap and someone else nicked the flag.
Pains me to see my brethren reduced to such a state. There is nothing left for them now but hunger. Please, put them to rest.
I'm still confused over them calling these guys being called Nightfallen. Not sure why I get stuff for killing the mana worms, to be honest. Ah, that's what I was targeting. I was wondering.
I can't attack.
I presume these aren't actually anyway connected with the actual Nightfall. It's just a way of describing them because the other guys call themselves Nightfall. It's just two separate things describing two separate, well, same thing describing two very separate groups. That's what I presume, but still at the same time, the lack of clarifications make me paranoid that I'm wrong.
I need to get closer.
It was a dark task, but one that needed to be done. You have my gratitude, champion.
Alright, well, it's kind of hoping to hear something else, but alright. Well, hear more or something. Again, part of me was hoping on clarification for the other crowd. Very boat. Somehow seeing that has reminded me of the beach and just, you know, the smells of it and all that. It's been quite a while since I was there. Oh, beasts. They're never anyway stable, are they? Also, what they're doing here to the...
Guardians of sacred places, but when cut off from the light of the moon, they sometimes turn aggressive. Rescue the Dryads from their menace.
Oh, nice. Yeah, what they're doing to the Dryads is disturbing and wrong. Like, seriously. This was a Dryad.
The light smites our foes!
They're melting them into sentient piles of ooze. It's disturbing and wrong.
You have saved me.
Sentient piles of ooze.
I need to get closer.
Fever note, yes. I didn't realize that Harvey's kiss was actually poisonous. Damn, Vixen tricked me. I know I'm not supposed to kiss and tell, but if I don't get well soon, I fear this may be my end. If someone finds this letter, please bring me medical supplies and treat my sickness.
You have my gratitude, traveler.
I'm sure we can work out ways for you to express it.
Turn them to monstrous creatures. I did not know owl beasts possess such vile magic. It
To be
is
hon-
good you stopped them.
To be honest, they're not just murdering the Dryads. No, no. while they're alive, they're dissolving them and turning them into these mindless beasts, monstrous creatures. They aren't just killing them and mutilating the body. No, no, they're doing it while they're still alive. Like, one then the other is bad enough. But in comparison to equate the two, it's practically kind. Like, goddamn.
This time those sprites have crossed the line.
This time.
They're trapping and killing those cute little lunar wing fairy dragons.
Like last time.
Well, go on, save them.
I'm out of range.
Hope you like World Quest, folks, because there's more coming in Battle for Azeroth. I personally don't mind, but I miss like Pandaren World Quests, Pandaren dailies, and like how when with at least one faction, as you gain rep with them, not even necessarily at like the at when you hit Revered or whatever, but like a third of the way through Revered, you get a quest from them to, you know, a short little quest chain to see what was happening elsewhere. The story progression. You didn't have to hit a big checkpoint. It was just like a little thing, and you got some story for it. It was really nice. It was Operation Shield Wall, and the Horde, its Horde counterpart, which I don't really care. I'm Alliance, true and true. No matter how many Horde alts I have for the channel, I'm an Alliance person, true and true. Just need to free 2 more dragons. Thing is, these pests aren't actually dying.
Dragons are so precious. It does my heart good to see them.
If they're on like what we saw in Pandaria, they'll just resurrect. The guys in Pandaria that share the exact same model just resurrect when they get killed. Like they're nature sprites, so they're just like aspects of nature, so they just resurrect instead of truly dying.
So we woke our druids trapped in Sleeper's Barrow. The nightmare now stirs within. Dispatch the foul denizens who taint
That
it.
target.
Okay. It's been quite a while since I've done the quests here. Don't really fully remember them. Remember a guy getting stuck in the ass with a like a javelin or something. Remember that. Okay. And yeah, Xavius follows one of the old gods. Just seeing the like demons other than satyrs just threw me off, you know. So yeah, but yeah, Xavius follows one of the old gods, and apparently, like the raid didn't, the Emerald Nightmare raid didn't fully purify the raid. Fully purify the Emerald Dream. There's still a lingering thing off to one side. There's apparently like a void flower. Remember, I actually found it before. That's a void flower. It's relevant to shadow priests. But yeah, it's a lingering hint of the corruption. Most of it's been forced away, but not all. Not all.
The light smites our foes.
Also, we'll go and treat the fevered person now in a second. I'm thinking it might be a good idea in case I get another one. Annoying. In case would have gotten another one if I hadn't the thing in my inventory. And sadly, I do not have enough first aid kits. I need 2 more. That's the old god.
For justice.
Yeah, that's the old god it's referring to. Apparently it's breaking free little bit by little bit. It's like Nerzot or something. Enzot.
The abyss whispers your name.
Well, is the abyss cute? I'm sure someone can make, you know, personification of it look adorable.
Everywhere. Sleeper's Barrow will yet be cleansed.
It's just the way Xavius, how they kept going on about Xavius, made me think that the game thought that Xavius was the source of the Admiral Nightmare's corruption. They never mentioned Nerzot or, you know, any hint that Xavius has a boss. So, you know what I had seen, so. I was thinking the game had honestly forgotten that. Well, Fury like senses like a deep evil in some like abyss or some like thing, and he was too actually scared to go any further, you know, in trying to purge it. Like he apparently forced back most of the corruption in the Nightmare, but in this area it was too vile for him to go any further, because he was going quite close to the old god itself, or you know, the source where the old god was getting in. And it just seems like so it's I'm probably explaining that wrong, but yeah, I vaguely remember something like that on my wiki. Like he purges the corruption for most of it, but there's still this core of it. At this one point in this, they name it, but I can't remember what it's called. This my knee cracked. Yeah, there's the core of it there, and it's too bad for him to go any further. It's kind of implied to be that's where the old god is getting in or whatever. So yeah, they're just giving Xavius too much credit, it seems. You? I really dislike how that's automatically set like that. The interface. I have no idea how you reset this. Seems like I'm just gonna have to live with it.
Greetings. Be careful.
Victor Evanfall. Poor Victor. Anyway. What was I saying a moment ago? Yeah, I've forgotten, but I think I made my point, so that's what matters.
What brings you
Fevered Explorer. Okay, they're right there. Okay, we'll go right to them. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying a moment ago. Oh yeah, I was just saying that they were giving. It seemed like they had forgotten about the old god and were giving Xavius too much credit. But at least with that hint that the corruption is not fully gone and Xavius himself wasn't the source of it, you know, at least implies that, well, it's a sign that Blizzard's at least acknowledging it. It's just like I was saying before, that while you get the lore books to expand on the lore and whatnot, the game will quite freely contradict them or ignore them. It won't comment on it, but it won't say yay or nay. It'll just, you know, like, it won't directly contradict them, but it will neither verify them. So it's just like, I thought it was another case of that. Sorry, that was, oh, now you see, that can be taken to mean either statement there. But, well, it's like, I thought the game was contradicting. Sorry. Probably shouldn't try and talk with water in my mouth. Probably not, you know, with the headset right here. But anyway, I thought the game was contradicting itself. Is that a cave? Entrance in at the end of the waterfall? But yeah, I thought I thought the game was basically contradicting that lore book, and it really annoys me that, like, oh, go buy these lore books to learn about the lore. Oh, sorry, 5 minutes have passed. They're no longer canon. Like, the game, like, they need to be a bit more concise and consistent with the lore, and because it's really annoying that there's lore books, you go to learn about the lore, then you go play the game, and the game will just freely and wholeheartedly, eagerly contradict it. Like, sure, okay, you know what, fine, I'll accept that the game can't comment and... Ooh, just noticing my gloves now. Or wrist, yeah, it's the gloves. Like, the game can't comment and expand on every single little point. You know what, fine, I'll accept that. Because it seems fair enough, you know? It just doesn't have the ability to comment on everything. You know what, fine, fair enough. But don't then have the game, like, don't have people go out, buy all these lore novels to learn and expand on the lore, to find out all this stuff, and then go and just say, nah, that's not canon in the slightest. Or, you know, just, you know, make a thing that, you know, make those things nebulously canon. Like, you look at Medivh's kid, he hasn't turned up at all in WoW. Still, he could be there, he just might have turned up. But he's meant to have the Guardian Taros full staff. Khadgar has it. Now, there could be a reason for that, but Blizzard hasn't commented on it. The game is seemingly contradicting the comic, but there could be a reason that makes the comic and the game flush, you know, work together. But we don't know. There's no, as far as I know, there's no lore explanation for it. It's just, he has it now and that's it. You know, it's really annoying, because, like, I'm a kind of obsessive person, especially when it comes to lore and whatnot, and just being told, like, okay, go get these books. I go get them, I read them, I may enjoy them, and I think, okay, I know the lore now about the game. The game now, okay, that is adorable. I just want to cuddle it. Oh, but like I now think I know stuff about the game, but the game will either ignore it. Now I've lost my train of thought. The game will ignore it or wholeheartedly, you know, just disagree with it, and suddenly I'm like, does anything I know, anything that I learned from these books, is it any way actually fucking canon? And the answer is, it's actually really irritating me, and I'm getting more irritated the more I say it, because it's bubbling, you know, it's a vicious cycle. But yeah, it's just like, okay, sure, have those lore books, you know, that's fine, I'll get them when I get them. But don't then just go around and start contradicting them, or, you know, making their canonity in question. People are after forking out money to try and learn the Warrior game, and you're just slapping them in the face with, you know, with the wad of notes you got from them. It's kind of irritating, to put it mildly. So yeah, it's like yeah, sure, I'll buy lore books, that's fine, but just be more consistent with the fucking canoninity of things. Like it's frustrating that the like one comic is canon, the next comic isn't. One novel is canon, but then one of the plot points, important plot points within it, is canoninity is in question, or the game has ignored, had an option to bring it up or comment on it in one way of shape or form, and it's kind of sidestepped it, which to me, like, since the game at present is seemingly the true arbiter of the lore, makes me wonder, okay, is this canon or not? Like the thing with Medivh. Medivh's kid. Or there's a, Maiev, how she tried to assassinate Malfurion, and she murdered highborn people. She had a group. Some of them died because they were loyal to her. Others were innocent, and they reformed and got a new leader. They weren't they may or may not have, I can't remember now, I'm after forgetting. They may or may not have been seen in WoW. And, it's just like, I just wish it would be more consistent in the lore we have. And, like, if a novel's canon, and you're going to bring up elements, bring up things that, where you, like, basically make an opening where you could reference a novel, I wish they would actually do so. Well, part of me would feel that it would leave people out who haven't read the novel. It would help connect the novels with the game, make them actually feel like they're part of it, rather than set in an alternate fucking universe. Or it's just some author's vivid, fever dreams, put to WoW. And keep in mind, I'm not using the fever dream thing to condemn the writing skill or anything like that. It's just like, fever dreams are weird and they're, dreams. They're, made up bollocks. Just, a weird made up bollocks dream with WoW characters. It's just, that's how, that's all it may as well be, given the, the fact, the lack of canoninity. I'm getting frazzled. I'm not good at talking off the cuff. But basically, yeah, I wish they would be more consistent about the lore things. It mightn't be as bad as it seems to me. I might have just seen a few bad examples and think it's worse than it is. Or maybe it is as bad as I think it is. Who knows? If you've anything you'd like to say on that matter, please let me know. I'm more than happy to hear from you. Okay, here they are.
I got a bad feeling.
Weird shield. Suffering from a fever. Well, I got your cowbell right here.
Gubbin for me today.
Oh, Brayden's Brook Explorer. Alright. Surprised he can head over to Dal. Okay, let's go deal with Rabach. Alrighty there, big guy. But yeah, just in all my bitching, it's just like, it just annoys me that you go buy lore books to learn the lore, and or buy little comics to learn the lore, and sometimes the comics are canon, and other times they're not canon in the slightest. Sometimes the novels are canon, other times they're not canon in the slightest. And I suppose I can understand that from a certain perspective. Like, say if a novel was... I was going to make a point, but then I was thinking, you know what, there is an easy way around that, and it's just, actually, read the books before you publish them. I was saying, like, say if a novel was made and published and all that, and turned out to be kind of crap and or you know, bad in some way, and so they're like, okay, look, this just ain't canon, all right. You know, that'll be one thing, but
I need to get closer.
nice. Wait. Grasp of Terror. Huh. Horror or Terror, one or the other. We'll go down here and we'll do these. Where I started. Who's this? Circe. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm saying, what am I saying? Basically, I can't remember what I was saying there. Basically, all my points come down to is I wish there was a bit more consistency in the lore and whatnot. Because it's just annoying to go out and get a thing and then it's canon 1 minute and then next minute it's not. So that's just a bit annoying. But yeah, the fever-dream thing is like, I'm just still thinking about that because I'm annoyed over the phrasing. Basically, it's not a condemnation or anything of the writing. It's just simply a, you know, due to the lack of canonity, that's all they may as well be. You know, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying condemning it or anything else like that. It's just simply, you know, due to lack of canon, just the canonity issue that I've been bitching about. That's, you know, that's all they may as well be. And I killed the thing I was hoping to save. Ah, typical. That's why you turn off friendly fire, you damn horse. Sylvan Owl. Hex, being cursed. You know, harpies are just always a nuisance. Also, Hexen Witch? That's redundant.
I'm out of range.
Or a Hexen Hammer. Hammer of the Witches.
Cannot escape the curse.
Uh-huh.
I need to target.
But, oh, I need to kill one more. One more, then I have to kill the Witch Mother. Yes! I hope I survive. I hope I survive long enough to tell the tale of when I was mauled by a bear. But unless this letter finds its way into the proper hands, I may not live long enough. Might not live long enough. Desperate need of bandages. Please bring any you can spare. Okay, gravely wounded soldier, buddy plea. There we go. Yep, this is a new one. I think I think I did one I'd already done before, right? Like you can get old ones. I think I did an old one I'd already done. So that's a bit of a nuisance. Hope my points there was clear. This is why I don't like talking up the cuff. I'm well tired. Basically, I want more consistency in this stuff. Because it's fine, you know, lore novels are fine. It's annoying when you get them, then they're no longer canon because they've retconned it. I suppose it's one thing if the, you know, thing was questionable or whatever. But, you know, if it's a fine book in its own right, and you're just, you know, it just comes off, at least right now to me, you're jacking people around, you know? But maybe I'm just being a bit unfair, you know? Maybe. Gravely wounded soldier. Bleeding out. Well, give me a second. 1, 2, 3. Fine. Antiseptic bandage. The healing properties of sea scorpion venom can be absorbed through skin, but the application is slow. The properly prepared venom of the sea scorpion can restore health. And here, you can make antiseptic bandages, and mentioning the sea scorpion venom, not needing any sea scorpion, just sumptuous fur. Makes no sense. Stabilize. Oh, stabilize, alright. Phew, I thought it was a goner. Thank you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more, and I've gotten is there a medic in the zone? And then after that, let's say it's those 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 8 more, and I'm done. Fuck. Still. Shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, but you know, I'm pretty damn happy with that. Pretty damn happy with that.
Save the owls from a horrible fate. Nobly done.
For those who don't know, I referenced the book there, Der Hex and Hammer. Malleus Maleficarum. For those who don't know what that is, it's a book wrote during the time of the Spanish Inquisition. It's a treatise on witches, and apparently there's a bit in there. A guy, I was actually watching some video. The guy just said it with such confidence and like authoritativeness. It sounded like right, you know. But now I'm thinking, was he right or was he just saying it with confidence? I have no idea, and I don't have the book here, so I can't check. But I think he was saying. Actually, I think I did see it within the novel, within the book. I think I did. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But like one of the things they talk about within Malleus Maleficarum, Der Hex and Hammer, Hammer the Witches, same book, just different names, is the basically particular idea. Well, sorry, they talk about like, you know, it's all about witches and different things about it. But there's one thing I remember from it because this guy mentioned it, and what he said made me interested in hearing it, in reading it. The reason why like more women than men were accused of being witches. Men were accused, by the way. A lot of people think it's only women, but it's not. Men were accused as well. There was actually a story of one man who was accused of being a witch, and he realized if he pleaded his innocence or his guilt, in either cases, like his home would be taken off his family. Like he's gonna be dead either way, but they would lose their home. They would lose, you know, everything. So when they were shouting at him to confess, when they were, you know, trying to crush him with rocks, apparently the story goes that all he said is, "More weight." Again, it's an online story. Who knows how true it is? But if it's true, the guy's a fucking badass. But anyway, the other story is within their Hex and Hammer, the reason why they apparently explain like why more women were accused than men is because of women's lustful nature. Men are above such base things. So when the devil turns up and says, "Hey, want a party?" with his cock hanging out, I'm being a little flavorful. What the? Okay, there we go. Let's move away before we end up getting flagged.
No! It cannot be!
Okay. So yeah, when the devil turns up and asks, "Oh, do you want a party?" Well, you know, with its wang out, men will say, "Oh no, be gone, Satan," and while women will say, "Fuck yeah," and party. That's why, you know, these women's lustful natures, they give in to the temptation of Satan. That's what they were thinking, apparently. And it's interesting because nowadays it's that stereotype is flopped. It's now men's lustful nature and women are above such base things, or if if that's acknowledged with women, it's somehow purer or cleaner, or it's not as base, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, it's sanitized, while men's is rolled in the muck a bit, a fair bit. It depends on what you who you listen to and what you hear. Depending on, you know, your experiences, you have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Well, others are nodding along, I'm sure. I've seen a lot of shitty people, so I've kind of got a different perspective on it. And even then, cynicism is adding to it. But the cynicism is because I've seen shitty people, so that's a different matter entirely. So, yeah. Okay, let's move on. We'll go up to Starstalker's Point. But yeah, I feel kind of awkward to get... I kind of got a little bit political there, I suppose, in a way. Just thinking of some of the shitty people. They were shitty for political reasons. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't really want to... yeah, I don't really want to get into that here in my videos, because it feels like the wrong thing, wrong time, wrong place. Body, blah. So I just kind of... just gonna move on. But yeah, ignoring that, it is interesting how the thing has flip-flopped in later years. Like, I brought that up to 2 different guys I know, and they're saying, but, you know, it's right. You know, like the current thing, and they're, like, puzzled at the old stereotype. So it's just interesting to see how things flip-flop, you know? It's just interesting to see how things change, you know? There's also a thing, it's just like, you know, how culture changes and all that. A thing a friend said, how language is the true expression of a culture or something. I can't remember his exact phrasings, but it's actually rather interesting and it's quite right. It reminds me of an episode of Supersizers. I'm feeling so awkward trying to say this in case I misremembered it. But the Supersizers episode, and it's nothing to do with the McDonald's thing. Well, its name is inspired by it. It's a BBC show. It follows Giles something and Sue Perkins. She's off, you know, Game of Thrones, off Thronecast. Her. This is years before Thronecast, but anyway, the 2 of them eat the diet of different time periods. Say like World War II, or, you know, the Roman, or the French Revolution. They see, you know, how good the diets were for you and that kind of thing. And it's a comedy thing. Well, there is facts in there apparently. Both of them are funny people, and they crack a lot of jokes. And they were saying in it, one of the facts was was that in like, you know, when the Normans came and took over England, apparently, like, they only ever saw the finished like the prepared meal, and so they would call the meat, like I can't remember the full explanation. It's just like they brought a word to the English language for the meat, while the peasants who didn't really ever get to see the meat kept using their word for the animal. And like originally the language had like was one way, but these people, due to their, due to the culture, the language changed to use the word for the meat being the Norse brought Normans. Sorry, all N words. I'm confusing them. What the Normans brought over. Next, it would be the Nigerians. I was about to actually say Nigerians there. Fuck's sake! I shouldn't make jokes like that because I'll actually. Oh shit! Server's shutting down. Mentally, I'll end up thinking, oh no, that's the right thing. Okay, game, you can calm down. Don't need to tell me 15 times. That's one way to get me to try and go to bed semi-earlier. Okay, I'll do them and I'll turn it in. I should have more than enough time. But, yeah, they were saying anyway, the explanation was something like, because it just feels so weird, and I'm scared I'm wrong, and I don't want to embarrass myself. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The claim was that, like, the rich never saw the animal, so they only brought their word for the meat to the table. While the poor never really got to see the meat itself. They like the finished meal and whatnot. So they just kept using their language for the animal. I get, ooh, nice.
Vengeance moves with the Gilneas Brigade.
So yeah, they just kept using, like each faction, each side kept using their word for, one half of the process, and that just hung around. That's why, like beef, like a cow's called a cow and its meat's beef or something. That was like the explanation for that. It's because English is a multiple language and is borrowing from one root with one word and another root with another. So yeah. If you want to try and find that out for yourself, look up if you want to hear their explanation without the humming and hawing and probably using some words that I've forgotten, then look up the Supersizer episode on the Normans. That will give you the answer for you. It's rather interesting, and goes along with what the friend was saying about language being a good being a true expression of the culture. So yeah. I got the corrupted Ashbringer so much easier than I was expecting to get it. I was like thinking I was gonna have to log in so many times after shutdown, like right after, to try and get it, and nah, I just logged in once, so just to give it a look, and it was there. I go, it was right there. So I just thought of it there because of the shutdown, because like I said, I was thinking of logging in at shutdown before. Oh, actually, I'll heart my garrison and fix up there. I won't be able to touch the buildings, but I will be able to at least deal with the stuff at the table. Send off those missions again. But yeah, if you want to see hear the proper them try and explain it, just look up that episode. They'll do a much better job on it than I will. Resilient Heart of the Forest. No thank you. But yeah, they'll do a much better job explaining it than I will. Oh, that is honestly adorable, that little critter. Oh. But yeah, they'll do a much better job than I can. But I think it was something like that, like one side only ever saw the meat, the other side only ever saw the animal, so they only brought their word for either to the table, and that just kind of kept going. It's kind of interesting. The language is so weird. Like, look at the word Marvin. It's slang to mean I'm fucking hungry. The F word there is optional, but it's slang for hungry. But how would you get from hungry to Marvin? It doesn't make much sense. The word works, but how do you get from one to the other? That's what really makes Ironsides. An upgraded ship of each type to epic quality. Nice. But yeah, it doesn't really follow, does it? So language is just a weird thing. I think that's ultimately what it comes back to. Language is a weird fucking thing. So, as weird as what I'm saying sounds, you kind of need to keep that in mind. Sure, go have fun. Okay, that's done, but this isn't. Didn't get any chests there because my inventory's full. And I didn't get anything else either. Come on. Okay, there's nothing there. You, off you go. Off you go. Raider danger? I'd have preferred Ranger danger. But Warsong orcs have raised their camp to the north, and the lone survivor says they're headed this way. We must repel the invaders. So we send one guy. Sure. The more slaves, slaves we free at Stone Fury Cliffs, the more we weaken the Blood Maw. Okay. And you know what? Before I log out, let's pop some of these. And we get to see the Congo line again. Bit sparse for my liking. Pop this. You. Okay. Now you got another level, which will make 17 traits. Okay.
Need help?
Sell.
Light bless you.
Will I get 3 for 3? No. And let's before I have to log off, we'll turn in these as well. The server timeout is a bit annoying. I was hoping to get some more auctions up and whatnot, but whatever. Got 6 Blackrock ore. That's 36 extra gold. But to be honest, I'm really questioning if these are even worth my time. Like, seriously.
Safe travels.
Part of me is very tempted in switching to a different. Oh no, I couldn't. Part of me was thinking like, oh, I could switch to a different profession and then sell off the, when I get their equivalent of Hex we've caught, I could, auction that off, but I can't because it's soulbound. So I can't really get anything else because I won't get any benefit from it. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks. I sincerely hope you join me again. I've plenty more to record. plenty more. Still have those 8 more first aid things to get. I still have those 2 achievements for the bandages to get. I still have those 2, and more importantly, those 2 protection tower, well, the 2 mage tower quests to do. And I have more for PvP to do. I would also, I'll also be trying to get more Tomb Sagaris. Well, might get a normal run of that done, but I'll be trying to get a normal run of the Emerald Nightmare done. Might even get a run of Nighthold done. You know, balance power and all that. Want to try and get that done. I can wait on it, but might as well try and get it done now. Plus, trying to get it done now will get me a bit more artifact power, which will help me out with the Mage Tower stuff. So it's a win all round. So yeah, basically, I have plenty more shit to come. Hope you're there. I hope you join me for it. This set has presumably brought me past the 900 episode mark. This has been going on way too fucking long. But I hope you stick through this with me. I don't know how much more I'll be able to wring out of this expansion, but I hope you're there for every last drop. Hope you're enjoying the journey. Till then, love and peace, baby.